Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection for game week 20 and also how I got on in game week 19. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for game week 20, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I went into last night's games with a pretty nice green arrow. I was up to 9k in the world. I got a couple of returns last night as well, but the games definitely didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I wasn't expecting Spurs to keep a clean sheet at all, but for them to concede 4, wasn't really expecting that. I was definitely expecting, well, not definitely, but I was hoping for some sort of clean sheet from the Arsenal game. But no, West Ham really turned up and put 2 past Arsenal, meaning that Gabriel only got 1 point. Saka also only got 2 points. But yeah, Porro and Son both getting 5 points. Again, I'm not crazily annoyed that obviously I was so close to going for that Son captaincy, but went with Salah in the end. It wasn't a massive difference. Son did get a return, but it was just an assist. Obviously, no bonus or anything like that. Porro getting 2 bonus after conceding 4 is absolutely insane to me, by the way. I cannot believe that he came away with 2 bonus. 5 points from a game where he conceded 4 as a defender is very, very good. I will gladly take that. But yeah, I did finish on 56 points, 506k game week rank. I did kind of just go out of the top 10k. We're just out there, like minuscule amounts. We're currently 10,077th in the world, so literally got 1 foot in the door for the top 10k. But I was pretty happy with that anyway. I went from like 20 something k to 10k, so it's a very nice green arrow. And yeah, the rest of the team did pretty okay. Obviously, Hee-chan was the hero of the game week, picking up 14 points. Obviously, Archie getting 5, Watkins 2, Solanke 6. Son obviously 5, Saka 2, Salah 6 with my captaincy, and then yeah, Gabriel 1, Trent with my transfer this week bringing in 8 points, which was really nice to see, and then Martinez picking up 2 points as well. The bench, nothing to kind of like laugh about really. Turner with the 3 points, Kabore was 0. Hope he's back soon just because it just strengthens my bench. Anderson picking up 1 point, which is obviously what he does best, and then Palmer being obviously not allowed to play in that game, came away with 0 points. So yeah, finished on 56 points. Pretty nice green arrow. I will gladly take it. Hopefully in this game week we can push into the top 10k. So let's take a look at what my current team is looking like for game week 20. In goal, of course, I'm going to be playing Martinez. Burnley at home is a really, really nice fixture. Burnley don't look that good this season, so hopefully we can get a clean sheet from Martinez. I'm really happy that I do have Martinez because I see that a lot of people are bringing him in on wildcards and stuff like that. I know they're playing a little bit more than you'd like to for a goalkeeper, but the fixtures that they do have coming up are really nice. You know, Burnley, then Everton. I mean, Newcastle at home, I could even see a clean sheet in that fixture. And then after that, it's just a set and forget, really. He's got Sheffield, Fulham, Forest, Luton, you know, all these fixtures where you'd expect them to win with hopefully a couple of clean sheets wrapped in as well. So yeah, very happy just to hold Martinez now for the foreseeable future. There's not really any goalkeeper that I'd kind of want to bring in. I can't believe, though, that like since I've got rid of Areola, he's gone and got like a ridiculous amount of points. It is just absolute FPL. Is ridiculous. If you held on to Areola and you played him in any of the last 2 fixtures, then fair play, but I held him for this whole time, basically all season. Finally got rid of him, and then he decides to obviously turn it around and get some decent points. But it is what it is. I've got Turner on my bench, who I'm still happy is the number 1. As a Forest fan, we definitely need to get another goalkeeper though in the January transfer window, and I hope that we do. But obviously until then, it's just nice having a playing keeper on the bench with Turner. But yeah, in goal, I'm just gonna be playing Martinez every week regardless now. It's nice that I don't have to worry about my goalkeeper now. You know, he's playing for a good team. They have kind of slipped up a tiny bit over the last couple of fixtures, but yeah, hopefully they can turn that around and start getting some points. So yeah, Martinez at home to Burnley. The back line consists of Gabriel, who's got Fulham away. I'm not really too confident about a clean sheet in that game. We have Porro, who's got Bournemouth at home. Obviously, I do have Solanke, so they're playing each other, so I do want Solanke to score, but obviously an attacking return from Porro would be really nice. As I've always said, I'm not bringing Porro in for the defensive clean sheets. Like, they're not going to get that many. They've got so many injuries, and defensively, Spurs just aren't that good. But the attacking potential that Porro has, like I say, on set pieces, he's playing like a midfielder. He's absolutely fine just to stay in my team for that alone. And then Trent, who's got Newcastle at home. I mean, I could easily see a clean sheet in that game as well. Newcastle do not look very good at the moment, and now they're going away to Anfield. And, you know, Liverpool have actually been really, really good this season. The only game they lost was, I think, that Spurs game where, you know, it was a very poor decision from VAR, where I think it was like Diaz's goal or something like that got obviously ruled off for offside when it was clearly onside. So apart from that, obviously Liverpool have been really good. So I think they'll actually do really, really well against Newcastle at home, and that's what makes the captaincy shout even more difficult this game week. It generally could be like one of 4 or 5 different players is really up for debate. It's going to be a lot of swings this week, so I have to get that captaincy right. But yeah, that's the back line and the goalkeeper. Quite happy with it. I'm not expecting too many clean sheets. Probably only one, really. Like I say, Gabriel and Porro probably aren't going to get a clean sheet. Trent, potentially, maybe, but you never know with those kind of games. And then, yeah, Martinez hopefully can get a clean sheet. But, I mean, on paper, it doesn't look terrible. So, yeah, that's the back line and the goalkeeper. In midfield, we have Palmer, who's got Luton away. I mean, Luton look really good at home, so I don't know how this fixture's going to go. But, you know, he has had a rest. I know that Nkunku's back in the squad now and stuff. Potentially could be on penalties. Palmer hasn't missed one, so I don't really know why he would lose them. But I think Palmer is still... I don't think his minutes are going to get managed or anything like that. I think he is still one of the best players that Chelsea have brought in this season, and just one of the best players in general. So I don't know why he wouldn't be playing it. Obviously, he only missed the last game because of the suspension. But yeah, very happy to hold Palmer. Obviously, if he starts getting benched and stuff, then they may have to revisit that. But as of right now, I'm absolutely fine playing Palmer. Hee-chan at home to Everton. This is my likely transfer this week. Now, I believe we are going to get press conferences today. So I'm recording this before the press conferences, obviously, but hopefully we get some news on Hee-chan. Now, Gary O'Neill did come out and say that, you know, he's definitely going to be fine for the Asian Cup. It's like a back spasm or something like that, and he was already moving a lot better after the fixture than what he was on the pitch. So he's hopeful that he will be back for the Everton game. If he is back for the Everton game, then potentially I may just hold him and then just roll and then just go into game week 21 with 2 free transfers. Or like I say, as I spoke about in yesterday's video, if he is out, you know, or he's like a doubt, then I'll probably just bring in Bowen or a Foden or something like that, because they obviously have really, really good fixtures coming up. But yeah, as of right now, like I'll probably will hold Hee-chan if Gary O'Neill comes out and says he's absolutely fine. You know, he's not injured anymore. If he's not flagged by tomorrow morning, then I'll probably play him. But yeah, Hee-chan, who's got Everton at home. I mean, it's not the easiest fixture at all, but it's not worth a transfer. You know, like obviously there are better options than Hee-chan this week, but I don't have to make that transfer. I'd much rather have 2 free transfers. It's a very luxury transfer. If I already had 2 free transfers, I'd make it anyway. But because I don't, like, I kind of just want to have 2 free transfers going into the next game week. Then we've got Salah, who's got Newcastle at home. This is his last game before he goes off to AFCON. So it's going to be one of those decisions. Do you keep him or do you sell him? Obviously, that much money on the bench isn't ideal. We don't know what's happening with Haaland. Obviously, the idea was to get rid of Salah and bring Haaland back in and then kind of revisit it after AFCON and stuff like that. But as of right now, we don't really know what the situation is with Haaland. But obviously, Salah, I don't really want all that money on my bench, so I probably will be downgrading him regardless. My midfield is going to look completely different in a couple of weeks. You know, I'm going to have to get rid of Hee-chan, Salah, and Son. So, yeah, it's going to look absolutely different. I'm definitely going to be bringing in Bowen, probably a City midfielder, and then maybe Richarlison or Kulusevski or something like that. But, yeah, Salah, Newcastle at home. Saka, Fulham away. Yeah, Saka's been very poor from an FPL standpoint. I mean, he is actually, I think, 6 points better off this season than he was like last season. So when you kind of take it into that perspective, it's not actually that bad. But at the same time, he's not really returned in a few games now. You know, he's not returned since that Luton fixture in game week 15. And, you know, the fixtures are getting better. It's not a player that I need to get rid of, but it's just a bit annoying. You know, West Ham at home, you'd expect something from that kind of fixture with Saka, especially with how bad West Ham have been defensively. So, yeah, it's really, really unfortunate that he's not returned or anything like that. If you've not got Saka in your team, you're definitely getting away with it every single week, because he is a player that you would expect to be returning most weeks, but he's just not doing anything. So, yeah, fair play if you didn't go with him and you went for somebody else like Bowen, who is returning every single week. I mean, the Bowen return last night, I'm not going to say it because I'm salty and stuff, but I mean, I feel like it was definitely out. But obviously, with how the rules are, Bowen was kind of blocking the angle, so they couldn't be sure, so they had to give it. But yeah, I think that if you take a look at it, then I don't think the ball was in play, which obviously was his assist. But it is what it is. Like, they just got to play for the rules. And then Son, Bournemouth at home, who is my current captain. I don't know if I'm going to keep it on. I generally don't know who my captain's going to be. It could easily be Son, Salah, Watkins. It could be, you know, it could be a City player if I bring in like Foden or something like that who's got Sheffield. I generally don't know. I cannot say. I'm going to just be like, last minute, I'll pick tomorrow morning. But yeah, there's a lot of good captaincy shouts this week, and like I say, there's a lot of swings because it could literally be one of 4 or 5 different players. Yeah, Son current captaincy, and then Watkins, who's got Burnley at home, and then Solanke, who's got Spurs away. And then the bench is Turner with United at home, Anderson, who's got Brentford at home, Archer, who's got City away, and then Kabori, who's got Chelsea at home. Another thing that I could do is I could always just play Anderson instead of Hechan and just play a 4-4-2 this week. I don't want to do that. Brentford have been really, really poor this season. But so have Palace, so I don't think it's really worth it. I'd much rather have an attacker this week. I think it's going to hurt me if I just play Anderson, because they're probably not going to keep a clean sheet. And then, yeah, I know it'd be nice to have 2 free transfers, but the only reason I'm really holding on to Anderson is probably for their Sheffield United home fixture. And I kind of just hope Roy Hodgson's gone by then, because, you know, if you look at their form, it's just absolutely terrible. 1 win since, you know, game week 7. Absolutely ridiculously bad form. And so, yeah, hopefully they get rid of Roy. I mean, as a Forest fan, I'd expect them to get like Steve Cooper or something like that, and I think he'd be a really good fit for this team, and then hopefully sort some out, and then Anderson can actually come good again. But yeah, that Sheffield United at home fixture, probably only really going to keep him for that. But he's a lot of money, you know, he's 4.9 on the bench like every single week. I want to get rid of him, but there's just other problems that I always have to sort out. Like I'm going to have to get rid of Hechan, Salah, and Son in the next couple of weeks. I want to bring Haaland back in. You know, that's 4 transfers right there. And so I'd have to get into game week, 24, 25 before I can even start thinking about getting rid of Anderson. However, though, a player that I do really want to bring in is Estepinian, who obviously scored last night, a screamer as well. And with the fixture run that Estepinian's got coming up, in fact, let me just go on to my transfers. With the fixture run that Estepinian's got coming up, it's a no-brainer, really, in my opinion. Like, if you take a look at it, it's absolutely ridiculous. Look at all those green like fixtures here: Wolves, Luton, Palace, Sheffield United, Everton, Fulham, Forest. Like, yeah, they can't keep clean sheets, but Estepinian was never a player that you bring in 4 clean sheets. I'd really, really want him on the team, so that is a transfer that I really want to make at some point. I'm not going to make it this week because I potentially could be bringing in Bowen, and I don't really want my attacker playing my defender. But yeah, they're the same price as well, so it's not even like it's going to be a tough call at all. Could even upgrade Kabore to him, but there's literally no point in doing that. But yeah, in terms of transfers this week, like I said, I'm going to see what's happening with Hechan. If he is absolutely fine, if Gary Neal's like, yeah, he's fine to play, he's no problem at all, then I'll roll. If not, then I will probably get rid of him. I generally don't know who to get rid of him for, because obviously Bowen's got some really nice fixtures coming up. Really good informed player. Obviously not on penalties, which is a bit unfortunate, but you never know. Ben Rama did miss one last night, so maybe Bowen takes the next one. I don't know. But yeah, apart from the United game, you know, they've got really, really nice fixtures, and I think he's just a bit of a set and forget, really. And I'd much rather own him than Saka at this point, to be fair. But obviously owning both wouldn't be too bad, so I have the money to upgrade from Hechan to Bowen. Obviously, another player that I could obviously start thinking about bringing in is Foden. Foden, I think, is a really, really nice option as well, just simply because the injuries that they've got, and, you know, I mean, the fixtures aren't bad. Like, Sheffield United at home is a fantastic fixture for City, and then they've got Burnley at home as well. Newcastle away, I think they'll win that comfortably as well, just because Newcastle don't look that good at the moment. So, yeah, it's honestly between these two. They're around the same price as well. So, yeah, Foden or Bowen. There's not really anyone else that I'm really looking at. Obviously, there's Kulusevski and Richarlison and stuff, but I'll probably just get rid of Son for them later on down the line. So yeah, I'm kind of edging more towards Bowen for Hechan. I really want to make that transfer anyway, and I'll be making that transfer regardless in the future. I'll probably be making that game week transfer anyway. I'll probably be making that transfer in game week 21 anyway, because I'll have to get rid of Salah and Son and Hechan. So maybe I just do it this week and just do it a week earlier, but I don't know, if something else goes wrong, then obviously it's always nice to have 2 free transfers. So, I don't know, Brighton at home or Everton at home from Wolves, or it's very close, you know, and Hechan is on penalties, potentially. So, maybe it is just worth keeping Hechan if he is fit, because penalties are always a massive thing in FPL. I mean, he took the last one, he did win it, but a lot of the penalty takers that usually take them are on the pitch. So, I don't know, it's a little bit unsure, but yeah, maybe I just keep Hechan for that reason. If he gets a penalty, then that's great. Plus, he's in ridiculous form. I mean, he scored a brace, definitely could have got a hat-trick if he didn't get injured. So, yeah, we'll have to think, but that's kind of the situation going on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. It does really help out. Very close to 9,000 subscribers now. Hopefully, you can hit 10K by the end of the season. That is the goal. But, yeah, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Best of luck with Game Week 20. And until next time, peace.